What is up, disc golf fans? You are tuning in to the 2024 Birdie Open presented by yours truly, us over here at Gatekeeper Media. And as always, Delaware Disc Golf running an amazing event. Shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. Without your help, none of this is possible. I am Derek Scull, and we have co-founder and COO Chris German here in the booth. What's up, buddy?
Dude, I am so excited to be Iron Hill commentating. I absolutely love this course, and we have been filming here for many years now at this point. Our feature card's stacked with Michael Johansen. We got Matt, Lucas, and Harry rounding out. Harry, top rated here, as this was filmed back in June 2024. So,
yeah, like you said, it's always a pleasure to work on this as we go into hole one, 625 foot, 190 meter, basically turning from left to right all the way with a nice dog leg here at the elbow. You're going to be fighting into another wooded section with an elevated platform green. Excellent starting hole, in my opinion.
From Denver, North Carolina, Michael Johansen.
And I'm always so excited to watch Michael Joe in the woods. We know him primarily as a right-hand, backhand player, so we're going to see just that here. Keeping it level. Late turn.
a little too straight.
Yeah, didn't turn quite enough.
We saw Matt and Fish go into that playoff a couple of years ago. Matt, unfortunately, did not come away with the W. Let's see if this could be his year.
Puts a little bit more pepper on that shot. Great turnover. Going to land right there in the middle. Probably could have done for a little bit more distance. Not really a lot of ground play by the angle that he hit, but right in the middle is kind of really all you need to ask for.
Lucas, one of the highest ceilings out of the young talents locally in the greater Philadelphia area.
Throwing the first forehand for us to see here so far. Looks like he just barely made it. I think he should be on the edge after the turn there on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he might be pinched on the right a little bit. Last but not least, Harry, Chace. He's won a couple times on our coverage over the years. He's really made a name for himself. New England and just the East Coast as a whole.
Yeah, he proudly represented Sedgley Woods. Well, I guess he still does, Sedgley Glow.
This is looking pretty good. Hopefully it's not too straight. It's usually what happens here.
Yeah, it fought back a little too much.
But to be honest, as a right-handed player, I'd rather be on the left side there where the right could get a little tricky and be a little pinched, as Lucas isn't going to really be able to get to the pin.
Yeah, resorting in forehand.
Yeah, he'll be in circle 2. Well, this sets up a little better if you do have a forehand, as MJ would say. Serviceable.
Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about it, but it's definitely in, I mean, it got up there, a little hung up high, but for someone who you never see throw it, it's good to see every once in a while. And this is the type of course that will require that in some places.
And Matt, with a complete game, both forehand and backhand, gets caught up, though. That would have been right up.
And that's the price you pay here at Iron Hill. A lot of boulders in the fairways to contend with.
Yeah, this is the common miss, and Harry having to go overhand. That was probably a good log.
Yeah, just a delicate little chip shot up there. Nothing fancy from MJ.
Lucas going to lay up.
That's a smart play.
Harry's a little more to the side here, a little closer. Looks like he'll give this a good bid. And
just low. Hopefully it's stuck there on the backside of the green. Ooh, Matt with the stepper, hitting metal, trickling off to the backside.
Best chance for the birdie there. It's a great way to start your round, grabbing a birdie, but grabbing a par is good as well. So Harry's going to start that off here. And if you're not familiar with Iron Hill, you're about to see a lot of rocks, a lot of very technical but fairways. And
some would say that the course has been getting easier over the years as the rough is getting less rough and a little bit more manageable. But I would also argue that, like, we've seen just even 5 years ago, we saw the rough still manageable in some places. So it's really just kind of nestling into its own at this point.
Yeah, this is a really good course where when you're off the fairway, you can still progress. The tricky ones and the ones to look out for are these par 3s, though. This one being the first one, hole 2. If you're under an 80-foot, yeah, par 3. A couple trees you have to miss in the center of the fairway. It's kind of a delicate angle. You could catch the trees on the right side. Very rarely do you see a lot of the card actually getting up and past the basket.
Wow, fighting through. Beautiful shot.
That's pretty common. If you go hyzer, you kind of end up short left. And then if you go a little too straight, you're going to end up short right.
But it's the exact line that you're looking for. I mean, MJ really showing us.
Matt gets a good stand up.
Kind of nestles close to where MJ's is as well.
Yeah, the par 3s here at Iron Hill are definitely where bogeys can come up really quick if you hit early. So it's all about just making sure you hit that gap, at least progress halfway down the fairway. Lucas, going to be tricky here for him to start.
Ooh.
Little
early
tougher
release from
spot there
Harry.
for Harry.
Yeah, not an ideal angle with something almost directly in front of you. Yeah, this is going to be hard to get the par. Lucas catches a good break, being in the middle there, straddling out with a chip up forehand.
Yeah,
pretty wide open.
That sets up for his type of shot. He gets caught up, and it's going to be in circle 2, but we've seen him make putts from there.
Yeah, maybe the stability of that disc was just a notch too much. Oh, and that kind of helped, I think.
Yeah, Harry is going to be looking at a first blemish, as this course is really just trying to stay under par.
Oh, it's an important putt there for Lucas. MJ
That's one way
jams
to
it
get
in
the
for
birdie.
2. Yeah. Let's see if Matt can match. All right. What a split decision here on 2.
Yeah, literally took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, it should be good, though. You get to open it up on these next couple holes. These guys can throw far.
Yeah, out of the 4 on our card, these 2 are definitely the longest throwers. Jumping into hole 3 at 760 feet, par 4. You got a little bit of wooded area around the tee to fight out of, wide open, and then you're going to come back into a sloping downward green in another set of woods. Severe drop off the backside. Really, it's just placement shot here off the tee. Very rarely are you going to get to the mouth of the next woods.
Yeah, you just want to crest over this hillside. Even the top of the hill there is okay. I mean, birdie is definitely still an option. You do not want to miss right. It's severely pinched. Can get bogey could really come up, and then long left is another missed throw. That should be fine. And 3 and 4 are probably the biggest fairways and most open you get.
Yeah.
Could be a nice sunny day. 3 and 4, you're feeling good, and then you go up to 5, and you don't see the sun for a while.
That's quite a misstep there for Lucas. I couldn't really tell, but I don't think it fought through incredibly off of that right side. That's the miss you were saying you don't want. This looks pretty textbook for Harry. Maybe a little. Oh, no, that's far as well. Shoot. That's pretty pinched from there. Oh, yeah, he did not fight through at all.
Yeah, there's still a lot of meat on the bone.
That's a lot of edge cut rolled into. I think it stayed out of the woods.
Yeah, but it puts him at a tough angle over there as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, par is getting slim.
You could hear from Matt that he flipped it. I think he was just a little too eager on the shot, trying to muscle over on it too much.
This keeps pushing
If
to
it
the right.
holds,
This will be good.
It's going to trickle down that hillside.
Yeah, that's good. That's all right, though.
I will not complain about down there.
MJ's not complaining.
Does he really ever? Oh, man, that is a tough angle for throwing your 3.
Yeah. I think Lucas is looking at back-to-back bogeys
Yeah.
to start his tournament.
Oh,
That
settle
catches a
down.
good edge, and Harry really gets down there. He's got a birdie look.
Yeah, it had almost like a hover effect. Would you go for this from there?
No.
I mean, it's early on in the tournament, right? So it's like if you're going to make your ballsy choices, why not get them out early?
No, thank you. I don't want nothing to do with that. Being down here is all right.
Oh, as long as it stays back up there, and it does. We've seen MJ cash from further, so let's see what he... Oh, man. Nice putt.
Ooh.
Slightly elevated, too, from that position.
Yeah, it's 2 good putts from him. And if his putter's on, I think we'll be pleased by his scores. Harry stops the bleeding, gets his par. But if we know anything about Lucas, he can rattle off 5 birdies in a row, and next thing you know, he's 3 down with the rest of the card. All right, moving into hole 4, par 4, 675 feet. Love this one. Just a slight left to right. Right where the drone is right now is a perfect shot where you can have a nice straight shot right through this mouth. There is OB on the backside there if you do get to the road. This one's very similar. If you end up too long and left, you can get severely pinched off. So really, you just want to make sure you get right.
That's a great committed turnover from MJ. Trusting that disc, flattens out perfectly, matches the grade of the hill. Just kind of gets a couple skips to push further.
He's so far right that he has a righty turnover backhand.
We see Matt with the backhand roller. That's another typical play.
Yeah, Hammer throws a great roller. That's prime spot right there.
I wonder if he taught Fish that or if Fish taught him that.
I guess we'll see if Hammer can get the eagle.
See who is the king of 4.
Oh, you cooked it.
Little turned over, going to push too far straight, not really leave much of an angle.
Yeah, that's the no-no, guys. That is not where you want to be. Could possibly bring bogey into play. As he gets out, that should be all right. Harry's got a tough angle to get to the basket, but it's possible.
That last tree kind of pinched him off behind another, so not quite as open of a putt.
Yeah, edge of circle look as well. Hammers should slide right on up. Yeah.
Nice. No eagle for you.
No, but taking a birdie here should be nice. Good feeling as MJ left that one a little short. Yeah.
MJ is just trying to keep his putt warm, I guess.
Yeah, gets his first rewind as he's got probably almost 100 foot, at least 100 feet of putting at this point.
Yeah, and also on a nice little turkey. Lucas stops the bleeding. Yeah, for sure. Prevented the bloody pavement, as our friends in Sweden say. Forward progression for Harry as well with the birdie.
Yeah, and Hammer wants some of that green as well. Well played here from our feature card.
All right, hole 5, 780 foot, 238 meter par 5, going slightly uphill all the way. In years past, we've pushed the pad back so you're shooting from across the roadway, down a tunnel with a mounded green, lots of rocks. Basically, you want something that's going to flip up, ride straight. That one probably flipped a little too much, so if that stables up, yeah, perfect. Maybe a little too much to the left, but that's kind of the general landing zone that you want to be.
Yeah, this is the first of 3 par 5s. There has been eagles on this hole in the past, but very, very tough. You want to get past the tee box if you want to bring that into play.
I'd say the common miss is pushing too far straight and kind of pushing into the woods where we see the folks standing. And that's a miraculous shot there from Harry.
Yeah, Harry's in the prime position. Lucas needs a miss. Oh, good second tree. Yeah,
doesn't give him really much. Oh, boy. That's rough. I was going to say it kind of really took away any chance of like an angle for a run-up, needing to kind of resort to that sidearm.
This stays clean. It should be all right. Yeah. That should be fine. It's a good angle from Hammer. And
That's
yeah,
a
he
good
stays out of the
reaction
trees.
as well. I think a little bit more ground play pushing him into that edge could have been possible, but I can't wait to see where Harry takes advantage of this shot.
Wow,
Yeah,
that was cooked.
hunting catch cam.
Which is a win.
I'd say, I mean, that's that eagle look that you had mentioned. Best chance of the
Yeah,
bunch.
getting to those trees where they're split on 2 shots is insane. Right where catch cam is right now.
So if my math is correct, this is his 5th shot.
I believe it's his 4th. So I think that should be a par. And that's what you want to do. And just gently land it on that hillside. Then you don't even need to putt. Unless you're MJ, maybe you land edge of circle so that you do have to make a putt. And I think that's what he's telling us. Yeah.
That's I have no doubt in my mind that he will make that. Hear a little complaint from Hammer, but backside of the green,
I mean,
not too
Yeah.
far. That's fine.
25 feet backside. Perry for the 3. It's going to be an easy birdie for him.
Apparently, it was easy for Hammer too.
Three down through 5. It's a great start. MJ says, I'll do one better. It's 4 for 4 now.
Covering the scorecard in green.
It's a good par from Lucas. He had to work for that. All right, hole 6, another fun par 4, 625 feet. This one's going to go right to left. Have to miss the backside of the trees here. You can catch them on the hyzer, and you just have a slight little left to right, so it makes a little snake. So fun hole. Green sloped as well. Kind of pushes your disc down to the circle's edge there.
Wow, that's lucky there at the end.
I wasn't sure.
You do not want to go too far left, I would say. There's a wall of trees that get in the way.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that should be okay.
You're going with a
Grit.
low, more flat.
Yeah, this is
Approach.
textbook. If you can get to that little ditch, that is a perfect shot.
This looks very similar.
Yeah, good release from Lucas.
I've said this in past broadcasts, but I think people really underestimate the value of like a lower like level and flat shot, because if you hit anything from a lower angle, that really minimizes how much you're going to kick away from whatever you hit, because there's less air time after the hit. And this is a really good example of needing a shot like that and really committing to like getting over on that level shot.
Man, MJ just pured that. He's looking for his 5th birdie in a row. Lucas is hunting as well. Near that tree, that's good.
That'll be fine.
Ooh. Sneaks that right over the basket. Cuts his deficit in half there. Just 1 over now. His Hammer's putt has been pretty good. He's been making these edge of circle putts with ease. Turkey for Harry. Starting to work his way back up. I really wish someone popped out of that hole.
But like the never mind. Hole 7, 370 foot, little downhiller par 3. There's actually a couple ways. There's like a second fairway. If you drift too far to the right, that will give you kind of more of like a backside angle to it. Kind of like what's happening here.
Oh, he doesn't hit anything.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Off cage and basket.
Whoa.
You said, "Oh, hit it." I was like, "You get bullshit." I thought, "Oh my god."
Wow.
Inside, that's past.
And that's the less typical line for sure.
That was just like a lofty little S-curve shot. Look at this.
So you can't see that from the tee.
Ooh, it did.
Oh my God.
Bounced up and off the
I didn't know it was that close.
You said, "Oh,
That's
hit it." I was like, "You get
amazing.
And if it would have went in, it would have been such like a soft ace.
Yeah.
Like-
Like you said, lofty is the perfect word for that. This is
Man.
the more typical route. Kind of hug that left side and have something that's just going to carry a turnover slowly.
I feel like people feel like you have to go farther to the right where you can basically throw a straight shot
Yep.
and be edge of circle.
Yeah, I guess really just the risk is like if you're throwing something that's pushing left to right, you run or you don't run the risk of finishing early left, which is where you don't want to be.
It's a good approach there from Lucas. Be getting his par.
Oh, that was a solid bid, just a little short.
Hammer edge of circle 2 and
Juiced it.
yeah, gives it an honest look. Oh yeah.
Lighting it up, dude.
He literally hit right where the disc didn't go in off the ace. Left side there.
2 turkeys this man has collected. Wow.
Yeah, taking an entire stroke from everyone on the card.
Close to taking 2.
Yeah, that would have been one for the ages there. All right, hole 8, our second par 5, 780 feet. This is where the rocks, the elevation really come into play. Just want to get up to the hillside here. Try to keep yourself on the fairway. But this is an example of what Derek was mentioning where when you're off the fairway, it can get a little easier to push down. So this hole is really about kind of where your lie is and what angle you're going to have.
If you're going to be off fairway, you definitely want to be off to the right. You kind of near the 9T area on that side. So there is natively a walking path and things like that where that right side, pretty severe drop off once you get in like 50 feet.
That was a great shot from Harry. That's exactly where you want to be.
What?
Whoa.
What's going on?
That was a yank. Pulled that one
Dear God.
a lot. Let's see if he can recover. Keep the mental game strong. Work past it. Plenty more room to progress.
Hammer puts a good look on that. That kind of funnels to the left. He should be all right. As Lucas is in terrible spot, but that is great progress.
Yeah, about as good as you can do from that position.
Yeah, and he's on that right side, so if he finds a gap, he can just keep pushing down that right side.
All right, that's probably like the first misstep, major misstep we've seen where the shot just didn't go where MJ told it to.
Wow, good shot there from Hammer.
Me next?
Yeah, Birdie is in sight.
That stables up, which it is.
Yeah, nice
Place the
overstable
ground.
disc.
Whoa.
All right. That works, I guess.
Back on track.
Is he throwing a flip up forehand? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh.
God.
Oh, that one's got to hurt. Just staring at a birdie and just
Yeah.
misthrowing it. That is like one of the worst feelings in disc golf. Like, all I got to do is just a simple little shot. I mean, Harry kind of left his a little there, but he's got the birdie. When you're that close, you want to be up on the steps.
That stopped short, too. I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't get almost any ground play on that one. It was like flat enough.
Oh.
Inches on everything.
Plenty of opportunities to get below. He needs 3 more strokes to get himself under. I think that's totally possible in 10 holes. To put it lightly, even.
It's a good par from MJ after catching his
I was going to
his
say,
second shot.
our first quote-unquote, that's the only thing we could say is a blemish for MJ so far. It's like, oh,
He's only
shucks.
6 down through 8 holes.
Yeah,
He's on pace to shoot what Paul Macbeth can shoot here.
yeah, and bogey-free at that. All right, as we round out our front 9 here, 555-foot, 169-meter par 4, one of my favorite holes at the course. It's going to be a dog leg to the right, and then it goes slightly downhill, a nice little bold green, pretty tight. That's
Time, dude.
Oh,
too
no, Harry.
that's too far left, and you don't want to miss right either.
No, that is... Being on the right is the worst possible case scenario in this hole.
Yep, nice and straight. MJ is going to find the shorter fairway. That will be no problem at all. Yeah, you could really see things rack up easily if you find yourself in that jungle on the right. Yeah, and Hammer doesn't quite make the corner. That's going to be tough too. His next shot's basically just going to be a pitch placement to the middle of after the dog leg. That had a lot of spice on it.
Yeah. He should have another forehand. Flex forehand or something like that. That is great progress from over there. Here he still has par within his grasp. Same here with Hammer. He's kind of collected a few pars in a row now. Oh.
Oh, baby.
He's missing trees.
Oh, my.
Anti-tree disc.
Yeah, I definitely want to look at that one again.
Oh.
Flips to flat. It actually doesn't. It just kind of rode that really subtle hyzer line the whole time. Wow.
Lucas getting caught up there, but you could still give it a bid for his birdie. He's close enough.
Mm.
Oh.
Everything is just wimpy. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
This is big for Hammer. Oh. A little bit of struggles here on the 9th.
Yeah, that's the biggest stroke deficit that we've seen on one hole so far.
Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. Good par there from Lucas.
And MJ,
I forgot MJ was under the basket. Oh, getting
It's
the
like-
birdie.
he goes,
Completely forgot about that.
this hole's hard, guys? What do you mean?
Oh, jeez.
Look at that
Right.
scorecard on the front 9. That's one of the most fire scorecards I've seen here at not Maple Hill, Iron Hill. Holy cow.
Yeah, Johansen 7 down through the front 9. These are the scores coming in. These guys that have 8 down, that's through their entire round.
Yeah, right. That's absolutely bonkers. I can't wait to see how the back 9 shakes out. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. As always, we love you all. Catch you on the back 9.